Peace, love, and light, Aquarius, Pisces, Cusp Collective. Welcome back to Cusp of Roses for your I was going to say cusp of love. For your couples love reading. I am super excited to bring this reading out to you all, and I hope it finds you in the highest vibration possible. Thank you guys so much for your patience. I know that I am streaming a little bit later in the day than usual. I had to go out and do some holiday shopping to get the food, right, before it all goes out for Friday. So thank you for your patience. I truly appreciate it. If you're new here to my channel, make sure you read the description box below, okay? It's going to have everything you need to know in order to get the most out of my readings. And even if you've been hanging out with me for a while and haven't checked the description box lately, make sure you do, because there have been some changes, okay? I was going to say something and then boop, just went right out of my head. All right, let's get into your prayer. Hopefully I remember. And it's not have been important to say. So we'll get into your prayer. You could pray along with me, do your own prayers or gratitude practices that you choose or feel right for you. Or you can have a moment of silence. Choose whichever one works best. And let's get started. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Holy Spirit, Ascended Masters of Light, my own Divine Ancestral Council, and all Archangels, thank you so much for being here with me. And with the Aquarius Pisces Cusp Collective for their couples love reading, I thank you so much for grounding us all in our own energies and frequencies and opening us up to the most important messages based in truth, love, and wisdom for the overall growth, prosperity, abundance, and ascension of the love and relationships connected to the Aquarius Pisces Cusp Collective. Divine Ancestors, I thank you so much for covering us in your love, light, and mercy and protection, lifting us up in courage and strength every single day, and for communicating with us through signs, synchronicities, and dreams. We are very grateful for your presence and walk with us in this lifetime and beyond it. We love you, and so it is. All right, let me go ahead and clear my hands right quick, Aqua Pies, and we will get into this. General love reading, actually. It's going to be a general love reading. That was the overall consensus, on the poll that I did. So let's get into it. Thank you so much, Divine. Please show me general love messages for Aquarius Pisces. General love messages for Aquarius Pisces. Ooh, something wants to come out here, okay? General love messages for Aquarius Pisces couples. Yeah, general love messages for Aquarius Pisces couples. Thank you. Okay. So the first two that flipped over upright was love yourself first, okay? Your self-respect and your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Aquarius Pisces, you might be really having a lot of ascension symptoms like memory loss, going blank. I am getting a little bit of throat chakra energy. You might be going through some activations here. So make sure you're drinking a lot of water, getting enough rest, meditating where you can to really ground down and kind of integrate the light energy that's coming through for you here, okay? We have heart-to-heart conversations. It says honestly discuss your feelings with each other, okay? So there might be a need to express maybe some boundaries within your relationship, okay? Maybe even explaining some of your self-love practices to your partner, or maybe some changes in your self-love practices, okay? But having this heart-to-heart, open and honest communication will definitely bring in some healing to this connection, okay? Yeah, and then you have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So there might be some spiritual, religious beliefs, practices that might be coming to the forefront, especially around the holiday season. So just make sure that you are explaining, if that is you, Aqua Pies, this could also represent your partner's energy, but make sure that you are explaining why you are holding yourself in some sort of boundary, or giving yourself self-love, or practicing something, right? Maybe in accordance with your religious beliefs around around this time, just so that your partner can better understand. But there might be a need to really have some sort of truthful, honest, maybe even brutally honest conversation about religion, about spirituality. Again, this is par for course for the holiday time, so it feels like that's where you might be within your relationship right now, okay? All right, let's go ahead and look into this a little deeper with some tarot. Thank you so much, Divine. Show me what Aquarius-Pisces couples, right off the bat. Okay, 10 of Pentacles here. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So it does feel like, this feels like self-care, to be honest. This feels like doing what you need to do to protect your energy, maybe even to maintain some sort of foundation here. 10 of Pentacles being your first card out, okay? This does feel like this religious energy or whatever, this self-love practice or whatever's coming up with this heart-to-heart conversation is or needs to be had, excuse my language, but needs to be had in order to, again, solidify some part of this foundation within the relationship, okay? So whether that's you and your partner come from different spiritual or religious backgrounds and needing to decide what to do during the holidays. This also has a family vibration. So if you are building a family with your partner, kind of like, okay, do we celebrate Christmas? Do we do Kwanzaa? Are we doing Hanukkah? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are we doing none of that at all? So really kind of laying down the groundwork or the framework for how the future holiday seasons will kind of occur, right? In order for both of you, or just maybe you, Aquapie, to maintain some sort of self-respect or self-love, or just to acknowledge your own beliefs here, okay? Thank you so much, Divine. Show me what else Aquapie couples need to know. Yeah, love yourself first. Exactly. So this definitely could be a point of tension here with the 5 of Wands. It could be a lot of conflict or just a challenge, right? To either maintain your own beliefs, your own practices during the holiday season, even if they contradict maybe what your partner likes to do or what your family likes to do, okay? It does feel like this is a little bit of a battle, okay? This is a little bit of a battle that you're going to have to work through in order to truly kind of maintain, again, they're just saying maintain, in order to maintain your own foundation or what you've built for yourself thus far. Because for this to come out on the love yourself first, this feels like, Aquapies, you kind of have your own 10 of Pentacles foundation, maybe outside of this connection. And so there's a need to truly analyze what challenges might come about or how to get through those challenges in order to keep this 10 of Pentacles intact, okay? So when the 5 of Wands comes out, it definitely also talks about maybe even pulling away from the dramas of others, like not getting too wrapped up in the emotional energy of others, or just the, yeah, it's like this almost feels kind of like a little bit of spiritual tension, okay? So to not get too wrapped up in that, because this challenge that is being presented to you is solvable. There is a solution. There's just a need to kind of step back and maybe see the bigger picture. Yeah, with the 10 of Pentacles. Really look at the bigger picture here. And communicate what feels right for you, where you see it going, what needs to happen in order for you to feel safe, I just heard, or in order for you to feel acknowledged or a part of in some way, and just allow the chips to fall where they may with that. Wow, okay. Because you also have the Strength card here. So there's a need to have compassion when the Strength card comes out. For me as a reader, that means that there's a need to stand firm in your beliefs and in your grounding, but to also expand your higher mind and your higher self with grace and compassion, to see other perspectives, to understand, and to maybe even offer a little bit more of yeah, just offer more compassion to yourself or your partner, okay? So for this to come out on love yourself, it is telling me stand your ground here, Aqua Pies, right? Do what you need to do in order to maintain this Ten of Pentacles, okay? But do so in a way that shows your strength, that shows your heart, that shows your capacity to embrace other ideas or other perspectives, okay? All right, let's look into heart-to-heart conversations. Thank you so much, Divine. Show me what Aquarius-Pisces couples need to know about heart-to-heart conversations. Okay. Yeah. So I'm getting right away with this Hermit energy. You could be connected to a Virgo, but it feels like during the holidays you maybe like to be alone, have some sort of solitude, or again, there is some sort of isolation between what is traditional, but what your soul calls you to do. So there's a need to acknowledge that, okay? There's also maybe a need for you and your partner to maybe find some solitude together to discuss or have some honest communication. And this is also telling me to speak from your soul, okay? Aqua Pies, really get in tune with your heart space. Really allow your inner wisdom to kind of guide you here, or share some of that inner wisdom that you've attained. Share your own personal perspective, okay, and maybe even some of your personal expectations when it comes to the holiday season, because this feels very like holiday centered, or even just religious, right, with the religious factors card, okay? So being very honest, sharing your viewpoint, sharing your perspective with your partner could definitely help you even gain maybe a deeper wisdom about your own needs and your own beliefs, and could also help your partner here as well. Yeah, you also have the Nine of Cups. So I think for you, Aqua Pies, it's super important to remain loyal to what makes you happy, to remain loyal to what brings you emotional fulfillment, and to, again, love yourself first. So really stand your ground, hold your boundaries around whatever this challenge may be, spiritually or religiously. But find that space in your heart to be compassionate, to kind of see your partner's perspective, give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt here. But again, stand your ground in whatever you are feeling. And let them know that, not to speak for you or anything, but it feels like you need to come from a place of, this is what my Nine of Cups looks like. This is what makes me feel happy, seen, loved, appreciated, respected. And that is not changing, okay? And I feel like if you can come from that angle with a very compassionate energy, that you might fare better in this heart-to-heart conversation, okay? Yeah, and you also have the King of Wands, so you could be connected to a fire sign here, okay? Yeah, and I feel like I just got a lot of respect here. So I feel like the more you kind of bare your soul with your partner a little bit, maybe as to why you like to isolate during the holidays, or why you kind of need your alone time, or maybe don't really want to participate in any traditions religiously or spiritually around this time, I think that they will gain a better perspective on who you are and what you need. But there's also this level of respect that I feel will come through here. Yeah, and I feel like it might even be a little bit inspirational for your partner, to hear your side, to kind of see that parts of your soul, or to even just gain that deeper understanding of your religious or spiritual beliefs, and maybe even inspire them to kind of seek out their own, or see it from a different perspective, or maybe find some sort of compromise. Yeah, that's what this feels like. So take that, okay? However it resonates. Let's go ahead and look into religious factors. Thank you so much, Divine. What do Aqua Pie couples need to know about religious factors? Show me what Aqua Pie couples need to know about religious factors. Okay. So the first card, or the only card that flipped up here, is the Two of Swords, which kind of tells me that could be the challenge, kind of being in between two different religions or two different spiritual beliefs, or coming from two different religious backgrounds. So this holiday time is really highlighting that difference here with the Two of Swords. And there's a real need to, again, follow your intuition here, follow what your soul is telling you to do, and allow your partner to do the same. Okay? Because I feel like there's room and compromise for both energies. It's just a need to really have honest communication about what is needed in order for both of you to feel that Nine of Cups, feel that joy, feel that contentment around this time, okay? We also have the Eight of Swords, the Three of Cups, yeah, and the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, they want me to kind of go to the Wheel of Fortune here. So Jupiter energy, Sagittarius energy, could also be Piscean energy here. So one part of your dynamic. I think that if you two can kind of come to that balance or that agreement, or the same kind of mental wave for what's expected, around this time or for the holidays, or with your religious practices, or how to find that compromise, I feel like you both can move into a season of abundance or a really good flow of energy between you two that will, how do you want me to say that, Divine? It's I don't feel like it's healing, but it kind of almost is. It's like I said with the King of Wands, it's this inspiration, right, that might come from having that heart-to-heart conversation, but I think it might lead you both to feeling a little bit more abundant in the relationship, feeling a little bit more on top of things, or a little bit more in sync here. Yeah, I just feel like there's this middle ground that can exist between both of your religious or spiritual beliefs that will kind of really bring a lot of joy, a lot of balance, and maybe just, again, I keep getting a lot of abundant energy between you two. Okay, so maybe even understanding or having this heart-to-heart conversation might highlight to you, or your partner, that you both can sort through these moments, right? That you're able to have that honest dialogue, you're able to make space and create room. Yeah, thank you. It's the Jupiter energy where it's expansive, it takes up a lot of space, it's a lot of air and a lot of room, right? So it's like kind of expanding the energy around you. It's going to really make you both kind of proud of one another. Could also be that King of Wands energy with the Lion here. And proud of yourselves for coming to that compromise, for having that honest dialogue and finding that balance, okay? So I think that's going to be a good energy boost for both of you, to really maybe even come to terms and maybe even understand why you two are together, because this also with the Scarab Beetle here has a tone of destiny to it, or purpose, okay? So maybe there is that balance, or being able to find that compromise is the purpose of this connection in relationship, okay? Because I do feel like the religious factors might be very important, or very strong pillars in both of your lives. So being able to merge the two kind of ushers in this abundant energy from the divine, this expansive energy within your own relationship, and now having that space for one another to both, again, love yourselves first and show up as your true and authentic selves without the tension or without the conflict. I think it's like going to prove something here, okay? Take it as it resonates. With the Eight of Swords and the Three of Cups, I think there's just this need to, one, not feel guilty for where your perspectives are when it comes to religion and spirituality, in the sense of, it's like where having differences in that area of your life could easily bring about a lot of shame, easily bring about a lot of feeling disconnected from yourself, or just like bringing about like, oh, thank you, clouded perspectives, right? Like where you both could maybe take the route of being stubborn here, and not seeing each other's perspective, not kind of finding that compromise. I feel like there's an opportunity to really bring in some harmony, bring in some balance here. And again, find ways to enjoy maybe different aspects of your religious beliefs, right? Again, finding that compromise. Like I said, there is this middle ground here where both religions, both spiritualities, both belief systems can be celebrated, acknowledged, because this is a card of celebration, without the other person feeling unseen, unheard, unappreciated, or undervalued in some way, right? Like, it doesn't have to be one or the other. There's definitely room for both. And we'll just leave it there because I'm starting to repeat myself. Good old angel messages. So let's go ahead and look into what you need to know about love. Thank you so much, Divine. What do Aquarius Pisces couples need to know about love? What do Aquarius Pisces couples need to know about love? Okay. Yeah, you have present, okay? This says you live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. So I think, again, this is being present with your partner, having that heart-to-heart conversation, taking the time out to truly express yourself, express your heart, hear your other partner's point of view as well, really offers you this moment of bringing that balance, bringing that love to the challenge, right, of finding a middle ground here. So really remaining present, not being too far ahead in the present or in the future, or not allowing the past to kind of influence the moment, just knowing that you have the power to create something that will benefit both of you, and taking the time to really gift that wisdom and that understanding to one another through this heart-to-heart conversation is really going to prove beneficial here for you. Yeah, also having gratitude, beautiful card for you, Aqua Pies, okay? Really, again, there might be a lack of communicating that. My throat chakra just spazzed out a little bit. Again, heart to heart, right? Like really not blocking out, not shutting down your partner's beliefs just because they might be opposing to your own. Okay, finding that space of gratitude for, well, that religious pillar or spiritual pillar is what makes your partner, themselves in the same way that yours does for you. So finding that space of appreciation, finding that space of gratitude is really going to move you and your partner in a very beautiful space, okay? It says you fully appreciate the valuable lessons that lovingly presents to you, okay? Yeah, and I think that that's what I'm saying. It's like learning how to find that compromise and conquering that lesson is really going to expand your energy, expand your consciousness, and your vibration with your partner here, okay? And then you got creativity, so that's exactly how you're going to find that compromise. Using your creativity, thinking outside of the box a little bit, and it says you love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. So like I said, to bring light to how you both can celebrate your religious differences or spiritual differences without making the other person feel left out, unseen, or just not valued is really going to move you and your partner into a season of abundance, or bring some form of blessing into your partnership here, okay? All right, let's go ahead and check into your current partner's energies. See who this may resonate for. Okay, thank you so much, Divine. Show me current partner energies for Aquarius Pisces couples. Show me current partner energies for Aquarius Pisces couples. Okay, we'll stop there. So Gemini flipped outright. You could be dealing with a Gemini or someone who has a strong Gemini placement in their chart. You could also be dealing with an Aquarius or someone who also has Aquarian energy in their chart, or some Virgo energy. So you got 2 air signs and an earth sign here, okay? So again, I feel like this Virgo energy is maybe present in both of you. That is kind of getting you both kind of particular about your religious practices, especially during the holiday season, or about your spiritual beliefs. So just being open about that, open about what's important to you when it comes to that, can really shift some things around here in order for you guys to really see each other clearly. All right, so thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I truly appreciate your time here. If I won't see you over on Instagram for the oracles where I post them for you to get a deeper look at them, then I will see you all, Aqua Pies, in your next reading. Namaste.